Yo, what's good, ThriveBit fam? Welcome to ThriveBit by Andy, your go-to YouTube podcast for business hacks, personal growth, and the motivation you need to crush it. I'm Andy, and you're not just watching a video, you're investing in your future. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's get you leveled up. All right, let's dive in. You're hustling to build your startup, chasing big dreams, and maybe even juggling a side gig or two. But here's the real talk. To make it in the startup game, you need to learn fast, absorb knowledge like a sponge, and apply it like a pro. The problem? Most of us are stuck in old-school study habits that waste time and leave us spinning our wheels. You read a book, but it's in one ear, out the other. You grind for hours, but feel like you're getting nowhere. Sound familiar? Don't worry, I got you. Today I'm spilling the tea on 4 game-changing study techniques that top-tier learners, like those Harvard hustlers, use to learn faster and smarter than 99% of people. These aren't just for students. They're for anyone building a startup, scaling a business, or leveling up their personal growth. Whether you're learning coding for your app, mastering marketing strategies, or diving into leadership skills, these techniques will supercharge your brain and give you an edge in the startup world. And stick around because the 4th one, it's my favorite, and it's a total game changer. Technique 1. Active recall. Lock in knowledge like a vault. This is the secret sauce to making knowledge stick. Reading passively is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You might feel productive flipping through pages or watching tutorials, but if you can't remember what you just learned, you're wasting time. Active recall flips the script. It forces your brain to work harder and actually retain what you're learning. Here's how it works. After you finish a chapter, a video, or even a podcast like this one, close the book, pause the screen, and test yourself. Write down 5 key concepts or questions about what you just learned, straight from memory. No peeking, no notes, no excuses. For example, say you're learning about customer acquisition for your startup. After reading a chapter on growth hacking, grab a notebook and jot down questions like, what are the 3 main channels for customer acquisition? Or, how does the AAR framework work? Then answer them without looking back. If you're blanking, that's a signal you need to revisit that section. This isn't just studying, it's training your brain to lock in knowledge like a vault. Why does this matter for startups? In the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship, you don't have time to reread the same book 5 times. Active recall helps you absorb critical info, like how to pitch to investors or optimize your sales funnel, faster, so you can apply it ASAP. Studies show active recall can boost retention by up to 50% compared to passive reading. That's not just a hack, that's a superpower. Technique 2. The Feynman Technique. Teach to master. This one's named after Richard Feynman, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist who was a master at breaking down complex ideas. The Feynman technique is like a cheat code for mastering anything, whether it's a business concept, a coding language, or a marketing strategy. The gist? To learn something deeply, teach it to someone else in simple terms, like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old. Step 1. Pick a topic. Let's say it's how to create a lean business model. Step 2. Write down everything you know about it in plain, simple words. Pretend you're explaining it to someone who's never heard of a startup before. Step 3. If you get stuck or your explanation feels clunky, go back to the source material and fill in the gaps. Step 4. Refine it until it's crystal clear. Bonus points? Actually teach it to someone, a friend, a coworker, or even record a quick video for yourself. Why does this work? Teaching forces you to understand the material on a deeper level. It's like building a house. Reading is gathering the materials, writing is laying the foundation, and teaching is constructing the whole thing. For startup founders, this is gold. Imagine you're pitching your business idea to an investor. If you can explain your product or strategy in a way that's clear to anyone, you're not just learning. You're building confidence and clarity that'll win over clients, partners, and investors. For example, say you're learning about SEO to boost your startup's website traffic. Use the Feynman Technique to explain it like this. SEO is like making your website super easy for Google to find and show to people searching for stuff you offer. You use specific words, make your site fast, and get other websites to link to you. If you can break it down that simply, you've already mastered the core concepts. Then, you can dive deeper into technical stuff like backlinks or keyword density without feeling overwhelmed. Technique 3. The 50-10 rule. Work smarter, not harder. This one's all about maximizing your time and energy. You don't need to grind for 12 hours straight to learn effectively. That's a recipe for burnout, especially when you're juggling a startup. Instead, use the 50-10 rule. Study for 50 minutes, take a 10-minute break, and repeat for 3 to 4 cycles. This is based on the Pomodoro technique, but tweaked for maximum brain power. Here's how to make it work. Set a timer for 50 minutes and focus like your startup's survival depends on it. No phone, no social media, no distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode, close those extra browser tabs, and dive into your material, whether it's a course on financial modeling or a book on customer retention. When the timer's up, take a 10-minute break. Get up, stretch, grab some water, or do a quick dance to your favorite track. Then get back to it. 3 or 4 cycles of this, and you'll be amazed at how much you've absorbed. Why is this a game changer for startups? Time is your most precious resource. The 50-10 rule maximizes your focus and keeps your energy high, so you're not just slogging through hours of ineffective study. Science backs this up. Studies show that spaced breaks improve focus and retention by up to 30%. Plus, it's perfect for busy founders who need to balance learning with meetings, coding, or pitching. You'll learn more in less time, leaving you room to actually build your business. Technique 4. Optimize your environment. Set the stage for success. This is my favorite, and it's the secret weapon that ties everything together. Your brain is like a computer, and your environment is the operating system. If it's cluttered or distracting, your learning process crashes. But if it's optimized, you're running at peak performance. Here's how to set it up. First, pick one dedicated study spot. It could be a desk in your room, a corner of a coffee shop, or a quiet library. Make it distraction-free. No piles of papers, no buzzing notifications, no chaos. Keep it clean, organized, and tech-free except for what you absolutely need. If you're studying online, use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey to block distracting sites. Second, add some brain-boosting background noise. White noise, lo-fi beats, or classical music. Search for playlists on YouTube or Spotify can help you focus by drowning out random sounds. Studies show that low-level background noise can improve cognitive performance by up to 20%. Why does this matter for startup founders? Your environment shapes your habits. If you're trying to learn about venture capital while scrolling X or checking emails, you're fighting an uphill battle. But if you create a space that screams focus, your brain will associate that spot with getting stuff done. For example, I have a desk at home with just my laptop, a notebook, and a water bottle. When I sit there, my brain knows it's time to lock in. Whether I'm studying growth strategies or brainstorming my next big move. Let's tie this back to your startup journey. Imagine you're learning how to build a pitch deck to secure funding. You use active recall to memorize key elements like the problem, solution, and market size. You apply the Feynman Technique to explain your business model in a way that even your grandma would get. You follow the 50-10 rule to stay focused without burning out. And you do it all in a clean, distraction-free zone with some chill lo-fi beats in the background. That's not just studying. That's building the mental muscle to dominate in the startup world. Now, I know what you're thinking. Andy, this sounds great, but I'm busy AF with my startup. Can I really do this? Yes, you can. These techniques aren't about adding more to your plate. They're about making every minute count. Start small. Try active recall after your next business book chapter. Test the Feynman Technique on one concept this week. Do one 50-10 cycle tomorrow. Set up a study corner tonight. Small steps, big results. Your next steps. And here's the motivation to keep you going. Every successful startup founder, whether it's Elon Musk, Sarah Blakely, or that local entrepreneur you admire, learned how to learn. They didn't just stumble into success. They mastered the skills, strategies, and mindsets that got them there. You're not just studying to pass a test or get a degree. You're studying to build a legacy, to create something that changes lives, to make your parents proud, and to prove to yourself that you've got what it takes. So, ThriveBit fam, it's time to stop scrolling through blurry Instagram feeds or binge-watching Netflix and start investing in your brain. You don't need to be a Harvard grad to learn like one. You just need the right techniques, a little discipline, and a whole lot of hustle. These 4 strategies, active recall, the Feynman Technique, the 50-10 rule, and an optimized environment, are your roadmap to learning faster, smarter, and better. Use them to master the skills that'll take your startup from zero to hero. Before we wrap, I've got a challenge for you. Drop a comment below with your #1 study struggle, whether it's staying focused, remembering what you read, or finding time to learn. Let's crush it together. And if you're ready to level up your startup game, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the ThriveBit fam. We're not just building businesses, we're building unstoppable mindsets. Until next time, keep hustling, keep learning, and keep thriving. This is Andy, signing off. Peace.